So let me recreate this, what happened. Okay, snow, car, guy, idiot, with good insurance. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm kind of excited because we're finally doing something with the chaser. I've kind of been waiting. There's a long story behind it. I will make a video about it, but I'm kind of getting out of like order here with the videos. But I was kind of waiting for the insurance to be settled and handled before I started working on this. And that stage of things is done with. So now I can finally work on this car. It literally is just like came off the trailer when it came back from California, went up on the lift, and we haven't touched it. It's just been sitting here for a couple months now. So that being the case, I've been stacking a few parts for it because my plan for this car is to actually make it into a comp car, cage it, do a bunch of cool stuff to it, and then use it for that. Now that it's been totaled, I'm not afraid to drive it hard and crash it if need be. Side note, the one hard thing about that is going to be the driver and passenger doors, because the rears have doorvers. Everything's going to be fiberglass. Fiberglass hoods you can find in the US, fiberglass or replaceable. Everything is pretty replaceable. Well, the trunk got damaged too. That's going to be a hard one. But other than that, the driver and passenger door are going to be the biggest challenge for that. So anyways, so the plan with this car is, for one, the roll cage. I don't have a solid plan for that yet. I did talk to Rob Parsons from Cage Kits, and he's talking about working with me to do something with this. So that's on the agenda. I did order a front Wisefab kit for it, so I'm super stoked on that. I really love the Easy Knuckles that are on this car, but I think I've outgrown them, so I'll probably take them and put them on another chassis that I have, because I really love the way that kit drives, but I really wanted to try this out. This was, the Wisefab came about because we got fourth place at the last hot pit, and Wisefab was kind enough to give us the Hard Charger Award, which was a voucher towards a purchase of Wisefab products. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with that money? And I was like, you know what? So ended up with Wisefab for the front of this car. I'm really excited about that. And one more thing is I was able to secure a JZX rear subframe with a quick change in axles and everything from a friend of mine who was parting out his car. So all that stuff is gonna go in this car. So this will be quick change, Wisefab, but I plan on doing a CDO9. I'm kind of excited about that because it'll be a 6-speed. I really love the CDO9s. I don't wanna cut this up for a dog box. If I did, I would wanna use a top shift, but the top shift is my pro car. So all things considered, I think CDO9 is what is gonna be best for this. And I've never in my life have used a brand new CDO9, but we got one. So I'm hoping this thing shifts well, that it doesn't sound like there's a bunch of rocks in it like every CDO9 I've ever had. So we'll be cutting the bell housing off this brand new transmission, putting it in this car. Since the drive shaft already fits, everything's already set up for the CDO9 in this car. I'm really hoping this is like a game changer for it, because this one was a little bit grindy. I sold it for really cheap to a buddy of mine with the idea of putting this new transmission in there. So that's the plan so far. I just wanted to kind of get you guys up to speed because now we're gonna start working on the car. First things first, we're gonna clear out the trunk and see what kind of stuff is in here. I gotta fix the gas tank. I guess I'm trying to drive this car tomorrow, so I'm trying to make it drivable right now without taking the whole rear end apart and all that stuff. So the things we have to do: put the trans in, swap the rear diff because it broke when it got crashed, and fix the gas tank. So let's go check it out. Okay, coming around to the back of the car, you can see where the gas tank was pushed in. There was actually a black and yellow like tote in here, and when the back of the car got pushed in, the tote pushed against the gas tank or some parts that were in it or whatever. So that's kind of a bummer that got caved in. But the plan with all that is to hopefully salvage and use a stock gas tank. But I suppose if that won't work, I'm about to find out today, we could actually cut this all out, which is going to be cut out anyways, and then do a fuel cell, as long as it'll clear the quick change. But fortunately, I do have an extra fuel tank for this from White Plate. When White Plate was going out of business, I went and scoured through their yard and was able to secure a couple of tanks. And he's like, why the heck would you want those? I'm like, I don't know. What are the chances? And sure enough, like, ended up needing one. So I think these are from 90s. I hope it fits in there, but I'm about to find out. Either way, I will make it fit. And here's some of the contents of the trunk. There's a bunch of spare parts, extra belts, like just stuff everywhere in the back of the trunk. And there's a hole in the bottom of the trunk, so I don't know how much stuff fell out on the way back from California, riding on the trailer. But basically right now we're just clearing as much stuff as we can out of here, so I can figure out what needs to be done to get this kind of sorted out. I think to drive this weekend, I won't really have to do much here. Literally just have to fix the gas tank and make sure we can get fuel from the fuel tank to the engine. That's my main priority. The one big bummer here is that the trunk is folded in half, because everything else can be covered. I actually have over fenders for this, already painted and everything. That can all be covered and cut out and all that stuff, but the trunk is something that's not going to be easy. I'm thinking I'll probably take a fiberglass mold off of my other trunk and just do like a fiberglass trunk skin, kind of like my S13 has. I gotta take the back seat out to be able to get to part of the fuel tank. Oh hey, there's the fuel sending unit with the fuel lines and all. I gotta get to that stuff. So back here, hey, quarter. It's not bad. Oh hey, I know where that goes. That actually happened before the crash. That was from some
high-spirited driving.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Some high-spirited driving. Back seat. This was actually, so a couple things I'm not sure about with this car is I originally wanted it to be my ride-along car, because I used the money from selling my ride-along car to put into this to make it what I wanted to. So I was like, cool, I can use this for my ride-alongs because that's a profitable venture when I do it. But now if I'm putting a cage in it, I don't know if I can do a competition legal cage and still retain the back seats. I don't know, like, if you're allowed, how many bends you're allowed to have coming back, if you can, you know, rear door bars, stuff like that. So I don't know exactly how that will work. It would be really cool to have it caged and competition legal, but that's something I need to look into for sure. But what was my point? Oh, these seats. If that doesn't work out, I'm gonna take all the Tour V stuff and put it in my other JZX100 that has, it's a GX100 that has like just brown basic interior, but this interior would look really nice in that car. If I end up not, if this is comp only and no ride-alongs, then all the interior is coming out, and I'll put it in the other car, make the other car super sick. It's like a bracket that holds the fuel lines to the tank. Yank on it. Hey! Look at it go! Stuck. Step one complete. Really? Are we gonna have to cut this into like a truck tailgate and fold it down, and then put some latches and a Ford logo on the back? I mean, we got Ford already on the other thing. Where is it? That's from the front of the car. So let me recreate this, what happened. Okay, snow, car, guy, idiot, with good insurance. And then gas tank and then fuel everywhere. We're just fortunate there was no fire. No fire, because that would have been like a lot worse.
Careful.
That's what?
You're gonna sit your leg.
Oh, okay. That's my recreation of events that happened. Ford. Dang. Maybe I should buy a Ford. Look at that. Don't ever let Jake tell you he doesn't do body work. What?
We'll have this back together in no time. Thanks out.
Where the leak at?
somewhere in this area. Ooh, maybe right here.
Oh.
I don't know.
Everywhere. So if you guys been watching my videos, you'll know that I had some problems with dirt in the tank on this one, and I don't want that to happen again. This tank sat outside with all the things removed, so I noticed there's some like leaves and stuff accumulated in there, and I don't want to deal with that again with this one. So I'm going to do my best while it's dry to get all the dirt and dust in the corner, and then use the vacuum cleaner to get it out. I don't want those same kind of problems again. So this tank must be from a JZX90. These brackets are a little bit different. The 100 looks like it has that strengthening bar in it. And the 90 doesn't. But as far as like structural damage, really we're only looking at like, basically from right here back. There's a little bit of damage under the tank, but it looks like it's from the tank being smashed. Get these wires out of the way. And it looks like the tank, all the things still line up.
This side does.
Oh, close enough.
And those three up there, that's like pretty good.
Yeah, good enough. Cool. I'm really glad we got that tank. This might actually work. As long as I can get fuel pressure and all that stuff to work, then I'll take the time to fix the transmission and the diff and all that stuff. Hi, Jake. Jake's the hero. Yeah, Jake got a haircut and a beard cut. I really just want to drive this. Like, I hate that it looks like crap, but it's so fun to drive. I really just want to get it back on the road and not on the road, on the track.
I think we should hook the truck right here
and just pull on it.
A few times.
That's a good idea. If we can get it outside, we'll just yoink yoink, yank yank.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well. Also,
if we make this drivable, we can put cars on this lift to work on instead of having this stuck on here. So multifaceted. But doing the transmission is going to be a little bit of a chore. Actually, by the time we take all the bolts out of the axles, it might be more work to do the diff than it is to do the transmission. All right, it's time to carefully extract this thing from the package in which it was sent. Hey, that's some Japanese tape. Got some of that stuff. All right, you ready?
Yeah, one second.
That way. That way.
Okay.
Was there really a need for a grunt?
It's not light. I can say that much. It wasn't light.
It's not very nice, Jesse. Not all of us are as strong as you.
Sadly not.
What? Oh, Wes has got a knife? Put those scissors away, son. Wes has got his
Do that again.
flippity flip flop.
Yeah.
Cut your finger off.
As long as he's not running, I'm happy.
As long as I'm not what?
Grunting.
Running. I said running. Are you an ING?
Oh,
Still roll of scissors and knife?
just pulling that like video of the mom's like, what do you have? A knife! No! Alrighty.
Oh, look at that. Did you look at it? Beautiful. I'm gonna keep that around. That's handy.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, it's such a shame you better cut it up.
Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it?
What does that do? Don't need that. What is that? Don't need that either. Oh, what is that for? Don't need that. Ooh. Fresh RTV. What is
In a
that?
second, this guy turned a
The part number.
$2,000 trans into a $600 trans. You know, it's a good joke.
You hold that.
For what? Put that bolt in there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it won't go-
Yeah, Jake's pretty smart there. Jake's master tech. But that's not even master, that's just like that's a smart guy thing.
What?
Just look at this, not a single drop. Made it outside of the bucket. Because Jake put the thing here to control it. I would have hit it, it would have come off and went in my shoes. I'd be like literally trounching around right now with gear oil in my shoes, but Jake put the bolt back on. Smart guy.
You gotta put one back in. Keep the cover from.
Controlled flow right there. All right, what do we got inside of here? For some reason, I took this diff out of a car. And looks like the welds broke and I re-welded it maybe? I don't know what's going on in there. I need a light, but like right there, it looks like there's some stuff, but it like, I think it's intact. Oh, there's a gear right there. Nope, that's just junk stuck to the thing. Sure there's a lot of stuff in here though.
Lots of metals, huh?
So it came unwelded from the thing, but the thing is all welded together. So like it's definitely still good.
Came unwelded from
Like the housing. I think someone welded it to the housing. It's not welded to the housing. I don't think I did it. I'm gonna blame someone else.
Well, I'm not saying you did.
Oh.
I'm just asking.
Oh, there's a problem.
Whoa.
That'll do it right there. That'll
Well,
make some noise.
what the heck is that? And look, what's that hole? Like this? See that?
Where?
Hole?
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
It's not supposed to be there.
Well, I agree with that. But that's a problem.
Hmm.
But how big of a problem? Should I just put it in and run it? Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it still works.
Yep, I'm gonna put it in and run it. Well, what about the pinion? We don't know what the pinion gear looks like. I don't hear any clickety clack clunk clunk.
I mean,
Did we show that at all when it was out? When we had it apart? Yeah, so this is it spins. It's a decent diff. Since we're gonna put the quick change in this soon, I didn't want to like build a really nice diff for this car. So this one was already welded and it was missing a couple teeth, half teeth on the ring gear. So we'll put it in this car to finish it off. Hopefully it lasts me a couple drift events till we get that one in, but yeah, at least it's in the car. So once that's done, it's onto the transmission stuff. This brand new CDO9. We're gonna cut the bell housing off. I'm curious if this is gonna make noise like a used CD. I've never had a brand new one. And that'll put all my theories to rest, whether it makes noise or not. I've also never had a low mileage one, so like, I don't know if they just wear a little bit and start going. I don't know. Some people say it's because of the dual mass flywheel on the Zs that like takes a bunch of that noise, but I don't really believe that because it literally sounds like all the gears in the transmission have rocks in it. And like, I can't imagine how a dual mass would take that noise away because if it's spinning, there's noise. So like, what does a dual mass have to do with anything? So I don't know. Tell me in the comments what your experiences are with a CDO9. If they make noise, what you think it is, what you've heard, because I'm really curious. And hopefully tomorrow, or at least in a couple days, I'll have some more knowledge and experience about the subject. We got this serial 9 shifter, and when Jesse and I took this apart, when I sold the trans, I kept my shifter. I absolutely could not get this off of there. I don't remember if we put that in the video or not, but like, I could not figure out how to get it off. We were watching like a video, I was crying, I was like beating on it with a hammer, and Jake is like, I mean, Jake's like Master Tech level, right? And I was like, hey Jake, also not only that, but he's got the patience of a guy like level 10. So like, hey Jake, can you figure this out? And then I go do something else, and like 3 seconds later, he's got it on. Like,
then he made me take it off again.
yeah, I wanted to see him do it again because now I'm curious.
So, the secret.
Don't give away the secret.
Oh, the secret is this though.
What? Ah! I knew.
Then
It's like.
you can just.
Dude, you battled that for like an hour.
Cha.
You pried it off with
It's
a hammer,
like
like a hammer and a.
Like Nintendo #1 Zelda cheat code. You know, that's what Jake's got.
Contra.
Contra.
And that's what I call a job well done.
So apparently these come pre-filled with oil. We found that out when I took out these lower bolts and it started puking oil everywhere. So we found another use for our useless bell housing to hold the transmission up. But this is the cut kit transmission adapter, which means we cut the bell housing off and then we put this adapter on here, which allows us to bolt a automatic transmission 2JZ bell housing directly to it. So it's kind of a pretty sweet setup. I've used this on all the CD09s that I've done, and they work out pretty well. Pretty well. So this setup uses a T56 slave cylinder. I think I left it all intact because I hate bleeding it so much that I took it apart in a way where we won't have to bleed it. So I'm hoping that all works out well. So I gotta put this on, then the JZ bell housing should go on, and then hopefully everything just stabs together like it should. But it's Friday night, and tomorrow 2 p.m. is the drift event, so I think we'll stab this, and then I'll come in the morning and finish up the drive shaft and make sure it runs, put the exhaust on. That's all pretty quick. I say it's pretty quick, but I'll probably end up being late to the drift event. This Transjack has seen better days. This is our new Transjack seal here. It's a wet rag. The fluid that used to be inside of here is now on the rag, and so when you pump it, it doesn't really want to go up very easily, very well. Okay, bolt. Got our Corvette slave cylinder. The only good thing about it is you can buy it at O'Reilly anywhere in the country. Other than that, I hate them. So I think we just rounded third base, headed home, because this thing's ready to start. Trans is in, drive shaft, exhaust, all that stuff worked out. The trans actually came with fluid, I can't believe it. So whatever Nissan stuff they put in there, we're gonna stick with that. The one issue we might have is the clearance right here. So in the morning, I'm either gonna cut that with a Sawzall or bang it out. So I'm not sure yet, but we got some used GTs on here. I'll probably have to mount some tires tomorrow for the drift event, but differential's good. I mean, I really think everything's good on it, so we're gonna start it up and see what happens. All right, it's 1 a.m. and it's finally the moment of truth. This car hasn't ran for quite a while. Hopefully it starts right up. Hey, almost. Oh, we got some water in there. That's cute. Smells like some good corn fuel. JZX90 gas tank is in there. All good to go. Jake was talking about hooking a bar up and just pulling it with the truck and see how much of this stuff straightens out before we get too far. I mean, once I start cutting stuff, we don't have that option, but right now we can pull it, get stuff a lot straighter before I cut it out. I think that's a really good idea, and see just how much we can straighten out, because it's kind of folded right there. This bolt doesn't line up because it's a little bit down. That's folded. We might be able to like yank it a couple times and get this to come back around a little bit. Luckily, it doesn't affect anywhere by the shock towers or anything main structural. It's just these bars here, and I could totally do a tube rear from right about there and just you know, tube off of those and all that stuff. But we'll see how far we can get with that. That's awesome. Awesome. Really excited about this. Honestly, like, I just want to drive this car. I just want to drive it. Oh, hey, there's the shifter. We can put that stuff in. I think that's it. I put the shifter in and this car's ready to drive tomorrow. Great. that's what grind did before. Instead of 6th, I went into reverse. It won't pull all the way into reverse. Why? I think that's it for tonight. I wasn't quite sure if it was all gonna work out, but everything came together and it's working. So I'm really excited to go drive it tomorrow and see if it's as good as it was before Drift Week happened. So we'll continue this tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. So I forgot, when we first started the car up, it was running like crap, really lean. Jake reminded me that we took the ECU from this car to test in the Pro car when this car was down. And then in the meantime, we were like trading tunes off in this car. And so it's possible that the wrong tune got put back on this, because all I had to do was select the whole map, add fuel, and it's running decent now. So I'm a little bit worried about how well it's gonna run and like if it's the right tune. So when we get to the track, I'm gonna go through my laptop, go through Jake's laptop, see if we can find what tunes we have and like what's gonna run the best. But I just wanted to get out of the shop for now. The thing runs, it moves, it's good, brand new trans. Yes, I love it. I'm gonna go up the street. Found an old tune on my laptop, so we'll see. It says kart track, so it must have been here when I was at the kart track, but I don't know if it was any good or not. I forgot to put my good steering wheel on, so I got to live with this thing. Car's terrible. It drives like crap. Last time I drove it, it was the best car I've ever had, and I don't know what happened to it, but it's terrible. Like the steering is bad, the tune is bad, everything's bad. It sucks. It really sucks. Something's not right. I hate it. And the engine was cutting out. You hear it? I don't get it, dude. I hope it recorded some data so I can do some tuning. So Josh and I were doing some. You don't look like Josh in this camera.
I don't. Who is that guy?
Josh and I were doing some tandems in our cars. It was cool, except my car really sucks right now. But now we're going to judge other people do tandems in their own
I
cars.
assume just because the alignment of the trunk is aerodynamic.
Come on.
So as you
now.
transition,
Oh,
it's like one direction, it's more dynamic. The other way, it's like more downforce.
So me, Josh, and Terry are gonna go judge other people. I'm not filming you, buddy. I was filming. Just flipped around. He thought I was filming him.
He's like,
You know.
fucking.
Yeah. I do not consent. So yeah, we're out at Salt City Drift, and we're gonna go watch some other tandems. Should be a good time. I think what we figured out is offset rack spacers are hitting the tension arms when you get close to full lock, and I think that's a function of how high the car is. I think we raised it on Drift Week, if I remember, because they were going off track, and so I don't remember. I remember I think the car was raised on Drift Week, and I have not driven it since then, and so it's really acting up, wanting to spin out. And I think what's happening is the inner tie rod is hitting the tension arm, and I think if we lowered the car, it would fix that. But since we have Wise Fab at the shop, I'm not even gonna mess with that. We're just gonna change the toe a little bit. It's towed in a 1/4 inch. I'd rather tow it out a 1/4 inch. Hopefully it drives a little bit better, and then just want to finish off the day and then go back and work on it. This was kind of a test day. Now I know what's wrong with it, what needs to be done. Probably put it back on the dyno, do another solid tune on it, make sure everything's good to go. It's also had a low compression problem. It's got low compression on cylinder 1, but it's still pretty good, so I've kind of been ignoring it, but we'll probably address all that stuff and then keep going from there. I used to have a Thinger Dinger here. It was my ECU Master ADU, but I stole it from my Pro car, so now I have nothing in here except some wires jammed in there for I think the Bluetooth adapter. Maybe I should try and see if that works Bluetooth wise, because I got no gauges in this car. But we also monitored it on the previous laps, and it seems like the temps were just fine, so I'm not really worried about it. Ain't no thing. These tires have a ton of grip. It's going to be a whole different game. Started misfiring. That's a lot more grip. You feel it?
That don't fast.
Way different. But I put so much blood on the engine and it blew it up. Gotta figure out what's going on with it. Definitely lost a cylinder. But whether it's a coil, a spark plug, an injector, I don't know. Or maybe that low compression cylinder finally is like, nope, I'm out of here. But I gotta figure that out. That was fun. That was a good run. I'm just not letting it fall to angle, so I guess fun, you know. The car doesn't drive like it used to, but at least I'm figuring it out and getting able to drive it. So I didn't bring any spare parts. We ended up losing a cylinder, misfire on that lap. And it turns out it's just a bad coil. And I've got tons of these coils, but not here. I didn't bring any coils here, so that really sucks. Because it'd be like a 10-second fix, and now we're down a cylinder. So I'm probably gonna pack it up early. I told Cody I'd do some laps with him, so I'll probably go do some 5-cylinder laps. I guess we could move that coil to cylinder 1. Starting on low compression. Max power. I think there was even a spare coil in that pile of parts in the trunk that we took. Every possibility of having a spare coil is out the window. Left behind. I should just like literally have one like under the seat of the car.
Zip tie one on the coils underneath the hood.
So I'm just putting the bad coil in cylinder 1, unplug the injector to cylinder 1, and cylinder 1's already got low compression, so I'm just gonna do a few more laps. I don't want to beat the car up too bad, but this track is like a half throttle track anyway, so I'll just do some light load laps with my buddies. We drove all the way out here. What did we get? Like maybe 5 laps so far. Just want to make it worth it. I'm just happy the car works. Like it's pretty good. We'll put Wisefab on it. That'll fix all the front end stuff. Probably, I don't know if I'll mess with the motor yet. I don't really want to be doing a bunch of work to it, but fix the compression eventually. But for now, it's just, you know, drive it. not good. I don't like it. car literally feels like it's falling apart. It sounds like it's falling apart. It's actually falling apart. Straight on the trailer. At least I don't have any fiberglass fenders to get ripped off when my tires go flat. My tire flat?
Kinda.
Is the wheel still on the car?
Yeah.
Hey! Oh, I'll bet it just ran out of air. This is the one that's leaking.
Is there something wrong with the other tire too?
All right, guys, thanks for watching. That's it for today. We got the car back to the shop, and I kind of know what I need to do to it. It's a lot of needs a lot of work to be where I want it to be, but I think I've got everything in place to make it happen. It was a good day to go out and kind of reunite with that car, but really I kind of just learned what was wrong with it, what I need to fix to get it back to where I want it. It used to be my favorite car. It's definitely fallen a long way from when I had it, how I like it, and so I want to get it back to that point. But that's it for this video. I've definitely got more content I need to make. I've just been really busy, and I've got some new projects and some new build series and some other stuff coming down the pipeline that will give me reasons to make more content. So I appreciate you guys following along, watching. I was actually just driving home from my shop, and this blacked out Mercedes was next to me on the freeway, and they were kind of pacing me, and I'm like, what's this guy doing? Slowing down, speeding up. And then I see him holding his phone out the window, showing me that he was watching my YouTube video. And that made my day. Like, stuff like that keeps me motivated, makes me realize that, you know, you guys like watching my stuff. Sometimes I get down and kind of think, oh, I don't have anything like good to put out. Like, it's really hard to make videos, but that stuff keeps me motivated. So thank you, whoever that was. Leave me a comment. I don't know who you were, but obviously someone local between in the Layton area. So I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching and keeping me motivated to do this stuff. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hi, Jake. Jake's the hero. Yeah, Jake got a haircut and a beard.